Hello and welcome to Thursday night on Anywhere Pinnacle is streaming. I am JM. This is Savage Universe, and we are in that time of year when the leaves start to turn. Texas is moving away from the surface of the sun and starting to cool off, and young gamers' minds turn to the Savage Worlds Adventure Guild because SWAGtember is coming. And tonight I have with me several guests. I have Jetty and Alb and Don. And Don, seeing as this is your first Savage Universe, I figured we should start the introductions off with you. Why don't you tell everyone who you are, what you're doing in Swag, and maybe even a little bit about what SWAGtember is about.
Hi, I'm Don Osborne. I'm author of the Siren Song, which is the third case in the City Guards Chronicles. I'm also author of the Salt and Chrome, a Sprawl Runners driven plot point campaign, which is going to be a new release. That's about it. I'm just here to introduce both, and I'm just really happy to be here. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. I love the Siren Song, so
yeah.
I'm also just a huge fan of the City Guard Chronicles, as Jetty knows. I've run, actually, I don't know if I told you this, Jetty. I've run the first three multiple times, once with Savage Worlds, and then I needed a stand-in adventure for a kids D&D game that I was running. And I just was like, well, this adventure is fresh in my mind, and the kids loved it.
That's awesome.
Well, let's go over to you, Jetty. You need no introduction, but give us one anyway.
Okay, I'm the author of several Swag products, mainly Setting Nuggets and City Guard Chronicles. And in the upcoming bundle, I have two City Guards cases, large cases for one sheets, one Setting Nugget, Grimoire, and we will have Salt and Chrome preview edition there.
Awesome.
The first adventure in the plot point campaign.
Oh, very cool. And another Savage Universe alum who has been on here several times, Alb.
Hi. So I'm Alb. I wrote quite a few Swag products, including probably my biggest product is Big Apple Sewer Samurai, which is an homage to all the 80s and 90s cartoon shows we watched as a kid. Actually, I don't know what ages the viewers are, but I watched them as a kid. And so this is, and one of my, I have two products on the SWAGtember bundle, which is one of the supplement for Big Apple Sewer Samurai called With Friends Like These, which includes a lot of information about how to rule, how to make villains and criminal organizations fit into the world of Big Apple Sewer Samurai, as well as loads of new style edges, which is my take on, let's say, class edges, but more in terms of martial arts and schools, martial schools, like in old. Everyone has their specific martial arts and everything, so there's like 100 edges worth of martial arts in there as well, and you have my own version of a biopunk setting, which is called We Are, which is more. I want to say like queer punk, because it's all about self-identity and how you thrive in an environment where everyone is saying you can't be somebody. So this is We Are.
Awesome. Well, for people who may not be aware of what SWAGtember is, do you want to give kind of an overview of what's, I know this is, my brain just died. Don't get bacterial meningitis. Like, just gonna say that to everybody. Zadmar puts it together. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's I think the 5th edition of SWAGtember. Sixth. So the return of SWAGtember, which is every Swag authors, which is a member of the Discord, unofficial Discord. You can put a link if you want to the unofficial Discord.
Yeah, put it in the private chat and I'll get it posted.
Okay. So everyone that's part of the Discord can add the products they worked on during the year on the bundle, and it's a $50, 50% off, even sometimes even more for all the products from Swag, which has a whole range of different products from one pages, complete adventures, jump starts, complete products, supplements. You have everything you might hope for, and since it's a drive-through bundle, you don't have to pay if you already own a few of those titles. You only get to pay for the ones you don't own, which is
and that's
the best value you can have for any Swag products.
That's one of the things I love about this. So if you're John Doom and you've bought 90% of the Swag products that are already out, you're only paying for the percentage of the bundle that remains.
Exactly. SWAGtember will be available during September, from September 1st to 31st.
30.
Yeah.
I never remember if there's 31 or 30.
Just 30.
30, okay.
August doesn't end till Saturday, so we've got a couple of days. So I know you guys have kind of touched on it, but let's kind of talk about what else, like what specifically do you have in the bundle? What else do you know that's in the bundle? And just so everybody knows, we don't have a link now because we can't have a link till it goes live, but SavageUniverse.com by Tuesday morning will have a link to the bundle. So if you're like, where is this link? First of all, I know every Swag author is going to be shouting it from the rooftops on all of the electronic platforms that they have. But if you live under a rock and can only access the internet once a week, go to Savage Universe on Tuesday and you'll be able to find that link.
I can speak about a few supplements I actually own and love. There's one I absolutely adore, but I let the writer itself talk about it. But which is the Chronicle, Guards Chronicle. But there's a supplement for Dark State in there, which is very, very cool setting about what it reminds me a lot about the Conspiracy X RPG, which is a group of let's say government agents or special agents trying to uncover all the conspiracies of the world, and there's a lot of them. I saw let me get the list. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. There's a lot I won't talk about, but because there's too many to talk about. But there's also Sleuth Squad in this, which is let's say Scooby-Doo Incorporated.
We had the author on Savage Universe.
And
that was a ton of fun.
It's such he's made a few other RPGs for Savage World, and the art direction is insane. Like, it's so cool, so awesome. I often choose the RPG I'm going to buy based on art direction, and his are just incredible.
Yes. I think my favorite thing after the art in Sleuth Squad is the rule where the costume is the villain. And so you can make the villain as tough or as supernatural as you want, but it's all the costume, because as soon as it gets ripped away, it's really just Old Man Jenkins under the mask.
And a few other ones. I haven't read them all, but I know there's a few as well submissions for the Fast Furious Fun February jam as well. So there's a few cyberpunk and everything submissions as well. I haven't read them all, but it's if you missed Fast Furious Fun February, you'll probably get about all the submissions in there as well that were part of Swag.
Buff Dragon says they use it to catch up on the supplements that they missed during the year. I'm like, yeah, it's a great way to do it.
So that's what I'm gonna say. That's the highlights. In addition of like with friends like these and We Are, which was both of my supplements, but I want to give a shout out to others, other products as well. Oh, there's a child somewhere.
Agreed. I do love the City Guard Chronicles. Well, let's jump over. What's your 2 1-sheets that we talked about, Jetty, are in there? Is there any other City Guard goodness in the?
Actually, yes. There are all 4 published one-sheets there. There is the newest case, the case of the Mountain Light, which was released last Sunday, I think. And also there's the 3rd case, which is from last November, if I'm not mistaken. Was it November?
It was just early December.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, from December. And that's Don's the case of the Siren Song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great adventure, if I may say so.
Yeah, it is. I completely agree.
Glad to hear.
Yeah, well, yes, that's all for City Guard Chronicles. And well, as we are talking about what's in the bundle, and as it is Zadmar's bundle, maybe we should mention his 2 products there.
Go for it.
Yeah, he's got 2 micro settings, which he publishes these last years. One is Interstellar Rebels, inspired a bit by Star Wars and adjacent settings, and yeah. And the second one is Cyberpunk. It's Spell Runners.
Oh yeah.
And his micro settings are short but very well done, and they always feature very nice archetypes and a lot of ideas for adventures. So also you talked about John Doom, yeah, and he's got 2 titles there.
Yeah.
His very funny adventure, Seventh Kind, and his horrible hindrances are, I
His
think,
April Fool's product.
terrible hindrances. Yes, exactly. Well, although the name is Terrible Hindrances, I would recommend to read it because it's really funny as well.
Yeah, it's very tongue in cheek, and I really like. I got to give a little feedback on it as he was putting it together, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and okay, there are several titles in the Gold Piece line in the bundle, which are short piratical adventures, short but nice, and the author actually makes his own art, and it has a very distinct style, and I quite like it a lot. Also, there are several titles in the Void Runners, Ravnivory Empire line, the setting book, as well as several adventures, which I am a bit partial to, as I did layout and trade dress for. and I really like James's adventures. Also, he's the author of one of the City Guard Chronicles one-sheets, and will be the author of the next case, the case of the Birthday Death Day, which will hopefully be released in 1 or 2 months.
Very cool.
Okay. Okay. There are some almost classic titles there, because every year the bundle is mostly, or the bundle mostly consists of new SWAG titles. But if a SWAG creator didn't release any bundle during the past year, he may include one of his older titles in there. and there is, I think, the first Swag adventure released, an unexpected wedding there. Also, there is Shadowcraft by Sid the Squid, which I'm partial to, as I am the co-author, and I made the traders for that. Fun. And there is also one title by Manuel Sams of the Sprawl Runners fame there, The Modern Traps and Obstacles. And what else is there? There is... Oh, I wanted to mention something, and oh yes, Fundraiser. It's a title from this year, Fundraiser. It's about bennies and bennies. They are setting rules how to use bennies in a creative way, which I'm also a bit partial to because I made the traders for that.
No, love it.
I'm kind of jealous because I feel like I'm the only author you never collaborated with. So
well, you never asked.
Savage Universe bringing people together. That's really our goal.
I'll get my people to contact your people.
Yeah, great. Great. Yeah. Also, there is the probably the newest as of today title there, Westerberg, a Savage mini setting, gothic Dracula or Castlevania like mini setting is included. Well, the same case as all the other one. I said I'm partial to. I did the traders for, and the newest, the very newest, not yet released title, which is in the bundle, is the one that Don already mentioned, and I think he would like to say something about that.
I was
one
just going to say, tell us about Salt and Chrome, which is a great name. So
thank you. Yeah. So Salt and Chrome, it's not the full release. It's a preview edition of Salt and Chrome. It's the first mission of 10 missions, which will be the greater campaign. It has a little bit of everything you want in it. And for those who don't know, it was made with adaptability in mind. So if you're the type of person who's running the game and you want to do a cyberpunk game with arcane elements in it, it has rules for that. If you just want to keep it straight cyberpunk, you're good to go there too. I'm really proud of it. It's been a labor of love for like the past year, and Jetty's been a great soundboard for all the ideas. He was more than happy to tell me something didn't work, or something or something absolutely did work. And so this first preview edition will just be that mission 1. So even if you play it through and you love it, which I hope you do, it will carry through over when you buy the core edition as well. So, we're really excited about it.
Very cool. Well, I am super excited about SWAGtember again. Between Fast, Fun, Furious February and then SWAGtember, those are kind of the tent poles of the Savage Universe liturgical calendar. And then we have all of these, Thursday gatherings, if you will, to hang out and talk about all of the fun things that are being designed in the Savage Universe space and the license, swag free and Ace licenses. So it's coming out. It'll be released on September 1st. It'll be up on Savage Universe. I figure we got a little bit of time left. Do any of you want to talk about things that are going to be coming out soon-ish, but not soon enough to be in the SWAGtember bundle? I mean, we've got 20 people right now watching, and more when it goes live on YouTube. So anything you guys want to plug?
I mean, I got one or two things if you're okay.
Yeah, no.
So I've actually already written another City Guards Chronicles case, which will likely come out after the birthday death day. So that'll be case number 6, I believe. It's called The Case of the Shadow Blade. the sort of elevator pitch is it involves investigating the return of an infamous assassin in the wake of a necromantic plague that has ravaged the city. So it has more action compared to the Siren Song, but with like a dimension of the guardsmen having to enforce new plague edicts on top of assisting with potential outbreaks of the undead. So wildly different than the Siren Song, but still
Yeah.
something really cool. Already been play tested and everything. And then the other thing, of course, is the core book of Salt and Chrome. And
Yeah.
I don't want to like give away the farm or anything, but here are some things that, and for anybody who's interested, I made sort of a quick list of what to expect. It'll be 10 missions. It will have optional mechanics like with the arcane elements, a crew reputation, mechanics for a mobile operations base, which was Jetty's idea, and it's awesome.
Oh, very cool.
A salvage market, so like what to do with those things that you acquire. Like if the group happens to collect a lot of something, there's a salvage market out there. There's going to be new hindrances, edges, new gear, cyberware, armor, weapons, vehicles, a full mission generator, stat blocks for major and minor NPCs, and the one I'm really most happy about is bio augmentations, which is going to be the counterpoint to cyberware,
Nice.
and that's going to be introduced in there too. So, yeah, something to look forward to.
If I may, I don't know how much BioWare you have, but in We Are, which is my biopunk setting, that's going to be in the SWAGtember bundle. It's all about biopunk, BioWare, augmented animals, and how everything fits. If where you, I think it's BioWare in terms of counterpart to cyberware, so both exist independently. But if you want more options, you can always check We Are, because it's all about BioWare. The bio in that setting, cyberware never existed, so it's every augmentation is all bio. So you have stuff like tools that are literally animals or living things you graft into yourself, or you can have like biomodifications that you get from birth and everything. So that's let's just say that can be a compliment. I don't know how much BioWare you have, but if you want more, I'm sure We Are can get you there as well.
Very cool.
And it gets weird, like body horror weird sometimes.
Well, as somebody who we were talking a little bit about Shadowrun before the stream. I mean, I remember when the biotechnology book came out, and suddenly we were all like, "What? This is a great expansion of the technology base." So, really excited to hear both of those books coming out.
And if we're talking about stuff that's maybe coming out, because I have so much stuff, so much books that are half done, third done, or anything. The one that's probably going to be done first is my newest volume on Charlie Hawk, which is let's say an experiment I very enjoy writing, but it's as if a fantasy medieval big game hunter had a podcast in real life. So he's actually talking about the kinds of creatures he hunts and answering questions. There's like ad breaks and snippets. I have the first one, which is called Here Be Dragons, where he talks about hunting dragons. And it's framed as if it's a podcast, but really it's a toolbox for GMs and players. For GMs, it's to make dragons interesting, so you don't how to change dragons to make them unique from each other, and how to actually play dragons at the table so they're not just a big monster that takes half the map and is static and doesn't have how to strategize with a dragon to make them very interesting as a villain and as an enemy, and for players to use tactics and strategy to fight dragons and to make the fight interesting instead of just like pressing A for attacks. And the new one I'm writing is a matter of skills, which is going to be how to use skills imaginatively, so you don't always use the same tactics for everything. And so, as a GM, to create adventures, to use all those different skills and not just ask for notice rolls every time. And as a players, to use new skills and find new ways to use skills that you wouldn't necessarily think of, especially as test and support roles.
Awesome. I'm with Buff Dragon that those sound amazing. That like new ways to use dragons is fantastic.
And it's the hybrid dragons is available right now. Matter of skill is hopefully coming in a few months.
All right. Well, John Doom has arrived in the chat, so we can actually like get started now. But I know you mentioned that there was Jetty, that there was there's always a charitable aspect of this. What's the main charity being supported this year? Do we know? Is there a charitable aspect of this?
Oh, I am not really aware of that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, not this year. All right. I misunderstood, and then someone asked in the chat, and we're just gonna keep moving on. Yeah, I agree. The skill thing sounds awesome as well. Well, Jetty, I had you on here not too long ago, but is there anything else you wanna?
Yeah, sure. There is always a lot of projects in the works, which usually take so long only because of me. Because if I was able to release City Guard Chronicles as fast as some people are able to write the adventures, then we would have one every month. And well, except for number 6, that is written by Don, but we have to finish it. There will be number 5 before that.
Well, I mean, Jetty, you are doing trade dress for multitude of Savage Worlds people.
And the number 5, as I mentioned, will be the case of Birthday Death Day, and that one will be a new kind of City Guard adventure as well. It will be a cozy detective story. The guards will come to the house with a certain number of people, and everybody will be a suspect. So it will be a bit different.
So kind of an Agatha Christie style?
Yes, something like that.
Awesome.
Something like that.
And Then There Were None is one of my favorite Agatha Christie stories.
Yeah, so it's really great. It's really great. I love that. And well, this might not be as bloody as And Then There Were None.
Well, I'm out then. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, it does depend on the guards how bloody that will be, because there is a potential for a lot of dead people. And outside, also, I wanted to mention about the Shadowblade. We will finally have zombies in City Guard Chronicles, which is
awesome.
As it's Savage Worlds, there has to be zombies there.
Oh yeah!
So finally, we'll get them to City Guard Chronicles. Well, actually, it's not the first time, but this is the first time there will be a lot of them.
Excellent.
And outside of City Guard Chronicles, I am kind of working on another mini setting and adventures, and that's The Professionals, which I mentioned last time, I think.
I think you did as well.
Yeah. And actually, I maybe I should reread that Dragon PDF of Alps. As this mini setting will be about hunting things and people.
I get my people to contact your people.
That's right.
because
Yes, sure,
that's
sure.
exactly what I'm working on with Charlie Hawk.
And in this mini setting, the characters will be monster hunters, witch hunters, bounty hunters. They will all be professional, and their missions will be about getting money. Any which way they can, but mostly by hunting stuff. But it's not really gonna be a monster of the week. It will be more interesting cases than that, but they will be always looking for someone or something.
Awesome.
Is there a dungeon punk aspect to it? Because it sounds like Shadowrun, Edge Runners, but with a fantasy outlook. Like they're in it for the money, but there's something deeper, or is it like straight just monster hunting?
It's not straight monster hunting. Well, it's heavily inspired by Witcher.
Okay.
And also Warhammer Fantasy, some aspects of Warhammer Fantasy, and by Guy Ritchie movies.
I just saw the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So,
Because
Nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Which is funny because when I hear monster hunting, I was thinking about more like the Monster Hunter game or something like that.
oh yeah.
Because I'm working on something like that as well as a setting, but I just wanted to know if we were like stepping on each other's toes or something. But that sounds very good. I think a Witcher-like setting would be very interesting because you have what I like about Witcher not as a game. I tried playing the game, wasn't my style because there was like too many things happening at the same time. I only really tried just the first one, but is like the universe is coherent with the fact there's monsters, which something I find lacking in many settings. Like you have things that are built and different from our world because there's monsters in the setting, which is which is what I think should be in any setting with like monsters, like organization devoted to hunting, special gear devoted to hunting, like repercussions for the fact there's monsters you have to worry about.
Yeah, well, I've been in love with the Witcher world ever since early 90s, because here in Czech Republic it was released shortly after it was released in Poland. So yeah, well, I just have to do something inspired by Witcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a different spin on classic fantasy tropes, which is always good to have.
Exactly. And as John Doom mentioned, Hunter Hunters, I'm pretty sure I will have some of those there as well.
All right, John Doom, you've got 2 things in this swag bundle, and you have something else coming up. I think we need to have you on Savage Universe in September. Just saying, we got to make this happen. And yes, happy birthday to Civil Savage. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right. Well, SWAGtember launches on Sunday. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to grabbing the bundle. Thank you all for coming on and talking about this. I always enjoy talking with you, Jetty, and you, Alb, and Don. It was a pleasure to have you on the show and chat with you about Salt and Chrome. Can't wait for that to come out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, go out and play some Savage Worlds. Go check out the SWAGtember bundle on Sunday, and may all your dice ace. We'll see you next Thursday, everybody.